You ever get home from a long day of shooting just to realize that your footage isn't as stable as you thought it was? Let me show you how to take this and make it look like this. I'm going to show you two different techniques to stabilize footage. First method I usually use is warp stabilizer. This is good if there's not like a center point that you're trying to focus on, where there's a subject is moving across the screen. First, you want to look up the warp stabilizer effect, drag that onto your footage. It'll go ahead and start analyzing automatically. I recommend starting with a low smoothness number. I usually like to start with 10 to see how that goes. If you use too much smoothness, what will happen is it'll distort your image and it won't look very good. So make sure you start low and move up. So now if we play, it'll look like this. The second stabilization method that I use is the stabilize motion option under tracker in After Effects. I use this one if there's a primary focus that I want to keep centered for the video. So what you want to do is go over to the tracker option on the side, click stabilize motion. You want to make it a little bit bigger. The bigger you make the outside box, the longer that it'll take to analyze, but also the more accurate the tracking will be. So you want to go ahead and make it a decent size. We'll go ahead, go down here, and we'll put it on a high contrast area. That way it's easy for it to track. And once you picked a spot, go ahead and hit the play forward button. And you'll just want to keep an eye to make sure that it stays tracked where you want it. So once that's finished, you'll want to go ahead and click the apply button. That'll apply the tracking to the video. And so you'll see that that'll keep that logo right in the middle. So now what I'll do is I'll go to the very beginning and go to the transform, and I'll keyframe the scale and position. Usually I'll scale up just a little bit. I'll make sure that what I want in the middle is in the middle, and so then I'll start scrubbing through to see to make sure that that stays, that none of the edges overlap. So like right there. So what I would probably do here is go to the very last keyframe. We can scale it up just a little bit and make sure that we keep that centered. So now if we play it, it'll look like this. You'll see that the Porsche logo stays perfectly centered. And those are the two different methods that I use to stabilize my footage. If this helped you, please make sure to comment, like, and subscribe.